What's going on, everybody? Welcome to today's video. So I'm filming in my bedroom, so I got a new setup for you today. But I also want to say, I know it's been a minute since my last video, and I know I say that every time, but I'm doing my best. But today I'd like to talk to you about my Leica M4. So it is officially been a year since I've had my Leica M4. I don't know if you guys have seen the video where I got the M4, but if not, I'll link it down here in the description. You guys should definitely check it out. Very exciting day. But I wanted to make this video mainly because I have been feeling some sort of sentimental way about it since it's been a whole year. First off, I'm absolutely loving it. Owning a Leica was a dream of mine for a long time, and sometimes I still can't believe that I actually am a Leica owner, as crazy as that is. Sometimes I feel like maybe I'm not worthy of owning a Leica because I don't shoot it as much as I should. A lot of factors play into that, mostly because I consider myself, I don't know if there's like a term for this, but I'm like a fast shooter. You know, I like autofocus. I like shooting on the fly, shooting from the hip, whatever you call it. When I'm shooting a portrait session, I don't want to think about having to, you know, mess with a rangefinder patch or anything like that. I just want to get the confirmation that the photo is in focus so I can get the best portrait possible. Not to say that you can't do portraits with these, because you absolutely can. You just have to slow down, which I am working on. I'm back in love with my M4, and I'm having a great time actually slowing down, being more intentional, and just the overall, you know, feel of a rangefinder first and foremost, and just a Leica. You know, these are essentially works of art, and I really do believe that. And I think whatever camera that you're shooting with, when you feel good about what's in your hands, it kind of makes you, at least for me, it makes me more inspired to capture my best work. Like I said, recently I have been falling back in love with it, mostly because the anniversary happened, but mostly because I've been more inspired to get back out there and shoot, which is also a plus. Little information about this Leica M4 in particular. Looked up the serial number, which is right on top here, and this was from 1968. So this camera's had a life before me, a long life before me, which is kind of insane to think about. Kind of one of the really fun things about owning a Leica is like, or any, you know, vintage camera, whatever it may be, that, you know, these cameras really have lived a life before it ends up in our hands most of the time, which I think is kind of why I'm also feeling very sentimental about it, because this camera's way older than I am, and I wanted to make sure it's, you know, being used to continue whatever art or memories or photographs that I'm making, and hopefully I can pass it down to my kids someday. But yeah, I'm not shooting Leica lens on here yet. This is a Voigtlander 35, which, if you saw my video, I picked up from Chris Visser the day I got my Leica, and really it's the only lens that's been on here since. But I've been getting great stuff out of this, and I'm going to show you some of my favorite photos I've made with the Leica as well. I will tell you, a couple days after the 1 year anniversary that I've had the Leica, I had a little mishap and I put a dent right in the front here, which has been traumatizing to me. Shed a few tears, if I'm being honest. I've gotten a lot of great feedback from the community saying it's character marks and it's officially mine now. It's been christened, but between you and me, I'm probably gonna get it fixed, or fixed as best it can be, because I just want it to be, you know, perfect, or look as best as possible. I mean, this video is not really a review by any means, because I don't know. I'm not going to review a Leica on this channel. I don't do reviews on this channel. I basically tell you what I like and share the work that I've made with it. I will say overall, it's been a wonderful year, and I haven't put as many rolls through it as I wish that I had in this 12 months, but I will say that I feel like going forward, this is going to be the camera that I always have. I plan on capturing a lot of memories, just everyday stuff. And since I've been re-inspired by, you know, whatever the reason may be. Maybe it's because I've had it for a year. I've been shooting it a little bit differently. I've been I've been trying not to hold back, which I tend to do a lot shooting with film anyway, is I won't think a photo is film worthy, so I won't take it. I'm doing my best to, you know, despite film prices or whatever else that could be in my brain thinking a photo is not worthy enough, I'm really trying to think outside the box with my work in general and just make interesting work. And sometimes that might be taking a chance on a photo that I might not normally take. If that makes any sense, I hope you guys can relate to what I'm saying there. But yes, overall, it has been a wonderful, wonderful year with this camera. I still can't believe I own a Leica M4 or a Leica in general. I'm going to share a few of my favorites of photos I made with this camera at the end of this video. Specifically, there's one from my first roll that I shot. It's a woman walking through a crosswalk in the winter. So she's got like a fuzzy hat and a jacket. And it was a photo that I just I metered, but I wasn't sure if I was going to get it in sharp focus because I didn't really have time to mess with focusing, but it came out, and it's, to this day, probably one of the photos, for my favorite photos I've ever made, period. So I'll share that. You'll see that next. And then the photos, black and white photos of me and my husband on our wedding day. I kind of snuck away in the chaos of everything and took some mirror selfies in our bedroom. I'll share those here as well. Those are framed and around our house because it's just one of my favorite memories of our day, and I made it with this camera. And the rest of the photo is just going to be a slideshow of some of my favorites that I've made with this. And I'm sorry again if this video is not really a review. It's just my time with my Leica that I thought I'd make and share with you guys. And yeah, that's basically it. Leave some comments below if you guys have a Leica or a favorite camera that you can't live without or can't imagine living without, or like super proud of to own. I'd love to hear from you guys. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. Check out the photos, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.